The drinks? Go.
No, put it in the mixer, Sarita. Do it like Ashley did and just top yours off with pineapple juice if that's what you want.
Okay, but then I don't feel fancy like I'm making.
This is my first time reading like I guess Black romance. I'm just gonna say it, that they're sexual encounters. I was like, oh my god.
Hey Tipsy friends! You guys, we're so excited! We are doing something fun and fancy. It's the ultimate girls' night in.
So we'll be having cocktails and talking about books.
Y'all, welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Sarita.
Welcome back if you're returning. I'm Nikki.
We are your favorite sisters.
That's how we should have started.
That's exactly what we should have done. So basically what we're going to do right now is get started. Nikki is going to teach us all how to make cocktails. Oh my gosh, y'all know I don't like to work, okay? I just like to do the drinking, but here we are doing the working. Let's get started.
So we'll be making a serenade. I found the recipe off of Absolute Drinks. I will be linking the actual website down below and the recipe will be found here. You ready?
Well, you get started. You take all of that out and I'll be back.
I tried to pack to make sure I had enough for everyone who would be making the cocktails, but I forgot my dingle hoppers. There's only 2. What can you do? I'm only human. This is actually a really easy drink to make, so don't worry. You're not gonna have a struggle following along. Let me grab mine. Okay. So it calls for bourbon. All I had was bourbon whiskey. It'll do. Sweet vermouth. The last time I made this was not the sweet vermouth I had. So we are all gonna try it and see what it tastes like before we actually put it in the cocktail. And pineapple juice. Ladies, make sure your pineapple levels are up.
Let's all stay sweet, ladies.
And that's it. The other stuff is just for garnish. The cherries. I like to clean mine because I hate the taste of this sauce. So that's just a personal preference. And then we'll be making lemon twists. So let's get started. Come on, girls. Tipsy friends, I wanted to introduce you guys to our boo, Ashley, and my baby girl, Zoe. She is who is loaning us her house. And we will be having cocktails and talking a book with soon. I'm gonna keep y'all on pause for the book. When we get to that segment, I will put y'all up on game on that one. You're gonna love it, trust me.
Zoe, are you gonna make something? Are you gonna make something? Look at those cheeks, you guys. Isn't she adorable?
She is the sweetest baby ever. Okay, so.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
That was just my B-roll.
So they're not gonna hear. So my recommendation when you're using ingredients that you're not familiar with is to try it beforehand. So if it's something you don't like, you can take it out completely and use something else, or just to use a little bit. And for us, the sweet vermouth is the unknown agent. So we're all gonna try a little sip of it.
Okay.
And what it is a sweet wine. So hopefully it's sweet and we like it. Oh, it has a funky color.
Ooh, it smells.
Ooh, this is actually supposed to be a martini glass, y'all, but I couldn't find it.
Whiskey. It does. That's what I'm like.
Oh, it does smell warm.
Are you trying to get a drunk?
All right, let's try a sip of it.
Okay.
Cheers, girls.
Ooh, it's kind of has like it's like a sweet bitter.
Yeah,
not as bitter as I thought.
And not as sweet as I thought.
But the way it smells, it's not strong either.
No, it's not. It's not as strong as it smells, I thought.
Yeah. So
It's not as bitter as I would prefer.
Do you prefer more bitter tasting things?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
Okay, so is everyone okay with?
Yeah, it's not bad.
So another reason I like making cocktails at home is because you can control how much of what you put in. And the recipe calls for 1 full part of the bourbon and then a half of everything else. But for myself, I know I'm gonna use a full pineapple juice because that's just the way I like it. So let's start.
I'm gonna just, do you want this, Ashley? I'm gonna just rinse it out.
Okay.
Because we probably don't need it for.
The first thing, can you pass me the cherries? Thank you, Ashley. So the first thing we need are our cherries.
Do you need something to?
Yes, to put it in, please. Can you pass me
So like
just a plate? And the spoon that's right there? Yeah. And again, for me, I hate the taste of these, so I always clean mine off.
Ashley, do you like the taste of the cherries?
No.
Okay, so we all want them cleaned off. Perfect.
Yeah.
Can you rinse those really quick, please?
I feel like a sous chef.
You are. And so usually I prep my garnish beforehand, but we're learning together. Okay, so just grab your cherry cider and put it in your glass. That's the first step. And now we are going to take some ice and put it in our mixer. You don't need that much because we're not actually shaking it.
I love ice.
Yeah, Ashley's probably going to eat the rest of it.
Okay. So, but what if I want to shake it?
So you can. This doesn't have bubbles like I thought. Even the recipe again calls for stir, but you can shake it. It's not bubbly. So it shouldn't like fizz up or anything. Okay, so now take your guys' shaker things. And it's
Which one? The big side or the
so
little side?
it's up to you.
Why did y'all freeze? Y'all just shut the door.
We'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna start with the 1 part of bourbon. So, and you can do whichever, like how strong do you want your drink is essentially.
Okay.
But for you, if you see there's like measurements on the inside to let you know like actually what your ounces are.
Okay.
But I prefer to do parts just because everyone doesn't know ounce and like milliliters. So like a rule of thumb is 1 of these, 2 of these, half of this kind of.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna pussyfoot around? Okay.
Well, I want to have more than one.
Oh, that's smart.
Or is this a one drink thing?
So put
Are
it in
you
your
being
mixer.
stingy with the drinks?
No, put it in the mixer, Sarita.
Can I have
Well, now you
another
gotta
one?
take out your.
Can I have
Okay, Ashley, so you can move on while she fixes
Okay.
hers. And it is a half of this.
Oh, this isn't enough. I probably need a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can do a half, a full, however. I don't know how citrusy
But what
you
is
want
that? That's citrusy?
it. Yeah, it's orange.
Okay.
So then it's a half of this. With your...
Oh, but maybe you want a little bit more, Ashley, because you said you like that kind of bitter.
Oh yeah.
Well, you gotta keep in mind, there's bourbon in there.
Oh,
Okay.
that's what I was smelling.
So now you do your... Yeah, Sarita, do yours. And now you do your pineapple juice.
and I can pour the whole thing right.
If that's what you want to do, yeah. Okay, you might want to add a little more ice just to really shake it up well. So if you want, you can do it like Ashley did and just top yours off with pineapple juice if that's what you want.
Okay, but then I don't feel fancy like I'm making drinks, you know?
Okay, that's fair.
Because I'm never really like, maybe. You see how I'm doing this? Do you see where I'm going with that? I had 3 shots of juice.
Okay. You want some more ice?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, Ashley. Oh, for me?
Okay. All right. Now put your lids on. Make sure this part is on tight.
Okay.
Okay. Now shake that sucker up. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Tina. You know how they do that?
Oh, it's really cold.
Yeah.
It is freezing.
Okay. So you know you're gonna have a nice chilled drink. So you just take off the thing, yeah, and pour it in. Okay. Try it. Cheers. It's good.
It's good.
Okay, so now we're gonna learn how to make lemon twist.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so my bad. I'm realizing now that you can't actually see what I'm doing. My hand is in the way. So basically, you just take the knife and cut it like a little over halfway. And then you take the sharp end and like cut it around the skin and remove it from the flesh of the lemon, if that makes sense. So that you're able to push the flesh out from the skin to just have the skin to twist. And then you just kind of twist it around. And you can twist it as much as you want. I like mine's like really twisted, like this, and you just kind of hold it. And now you have a twist. Oh. So did you feel like this serenade fit the book?
No, I didn't. I feel like this was more sweet and not as spicy, and the book is very spicy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt like the book was a sweet book, but for me, there was so much music, and I don't know. When I read it, it just kind of felt like it was in like this pretty like tan kind of filter, kind of like the cover, how it has that pretty like light brown like theme, and before you like play with it, it's like a pretty like light brown drink.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just felt like their souls sang to each other. So that's where I got the idea of a serenade.
Yeah.
Well, the whole time I felt like it was like a Lauryn Hill record. Like,
Yeah.
That's all I heard throughout the whole process.
Did you guys want more lemon?
Oh no, I'm good on lemon. It reminded me of that movie. I think it's like if the Beale Street Could Talk. Have you heard of that movie? It's like a black love movie, and it's like in Harlem, and it gave me like that vibe, like where she's standing on the stoop and her man is there, like that New York Bronx vibe. That's what the book gave me.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It definitely has that vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my drink, and then we are going to move over to another spot to talk about the book, and that's when you guys will find out what we're actually talking about.
Yay! And then we make another drink?
We can make as many as you want. So I feel like we should let them know the book that we actually
I definitely feel like you should tell them.
So, drum roll please. Yes, you guys, Great Huffington. Whose love story is it anyway? And
Listen, that is, when you talk about a quick 30-minute read, under 100 pages, baby, that one is it.
let's get into
That one is it, girl. That's my best friend, y'all. Zoe's my best friend.
So you guys, I don't know if you've read this story by Great Huffington, but it is one of the most traumatic, romantic things that can happen in 100 pages.
Yes.
Like, a lot happened in this little old book right here. Like,
And
a
the
lot.
synopsis does not prepare you for the experience
Oh,
at
maybe
all.
give them the synopsis.
I knew he was mine from the minute I laid eyes on his rounds, and my oxygen supply suddenly shortened. I was curious, but when he opened his mouth and his words serenaded my soul, I was convinced. And when my heart stopped at the sight of his chest rattling smile, I was concerned. I'm Viking. I remember introducing myself as our fingers intertwined and our palms touched. It was the last time I remember being normal, because since our introduction, I have been everything but. Listen.
Oh, I get it, Nikki. Serenade, and the drink we made is a serenade.
Oh.
I do what I can.
Okay, I get it. Like, that was smooth. Okay, so I was the only one that didn't know.
I didn't know.
Okay, so, all right, let's get started. did. So Ashley, do you want to go first?
Oh my god.
No, okay. Nikki, you want to go first?
So I loved it. I felt like this wasn't my first time reading it, but it's been like years. And I remember like how it plays out beginning to end, but I didn't remember like the complete sequence. So rereading it, that I was like, I forgot she pulled this crap on the last chapter before the epilogue.
Yeah, when I was this is my first time reading like I guess black romance, like anything like this, and it was definitely like in the beginning I was like, okay, where is this going? Like when is it gonna be like boom? And when it did go boom, I was like, oh my gosh, because first of all, I literally, the love story was cute with Viking.
Abel?
Abel, yes. And I was like, okay, Abel's coming through. He's educated, he's handsome. But then when she woke up and the girl was there, I said, you know what? Typical man. You think everything is going good, and then he got a wife, a girlfriend. Yeah, and then she's trying to question what happened, and he's like, oh, and I said, oh, he alive. He out of line. You need to leave him right now. Be done. But in the end, you know, it turned out, which I don't know, I'm still kind of side-eyeing him. You still never know. Because I'm like, if y'all were done, why did she feel so okay coming into your house and banging on your door? Like, what the heck? So yeah, it definitely, I think the beginning was a little slow for me, but towards the middle and the end, I was like, oh, wait, oh. And then I'm just gonna say it, that they're sexual encounters. I was like, oh my God. So sexual encounters. I literally was like, okay, this is cool. And then I was like, well, how far are they gonna go? But see, it's because it's my first time reading something like that.
Yeah. So not only is this Ashley's first black romance, because it's also her first romance that is not in the dark, baby. The lights was lighting, okay? When nobody's secretive about this romantic relationship. It's so funny because, again, we've read this before, but it's kind of funny like hearing it from someone else's point of view, because in my mind I always was like, there ain't no way he's doing that. He is too good. Like, he really cares about her. But I mean, when old girl showed up, I was like, And I really like how Viking wasn't about that. She was like, okay, you keep this foolishness, and she laughed. I feel like a lot of times we be tripping, like, oh, who is she? And that's my man and whatnot. I mean, maybe she would have gotten the answers sooner, but she was like, I choose me. Like, I have no time for that. No patience.
And that's the problem. People don't choose themselves enough.
Yeah, I agree. And the friend. And
Chance.
her, yes. And her roller coaster. Yes, but the courage that she had to leave her relationship. Sometimes we just get stuck in our routine and we get stuck in our normal. And even though the normal is toxic, it's what we're used to. And we miss out on somebody great because we're so used to the toxicity that we're in. So when she finally did leave her guy, I was like, ooh, she's about to go be with, you know, Day or whatever. But I also love the fact that she was like, you know what, I'm gonna work on me first. And if it's meant to be, then it's gonna be, because you know we not like that. We be like, okay, and run right now.
And I love that she took the line that really got me was, I'm not gonna do this now and punish him because of Mandy. I'm not gonna try and ruin this good man because I still have issues. I love that she took the time to fully heal from her past breakup, because I feel like that's something, another issue women have, not just women but people in general, especially when you have been in a relationship for a long time, that not being okay being single, not being okay like being with yourself and taking the time to like grow.
And
so
love
I
yourself.
love that.
I feel like there's a lot of, you know, they don't know who they are without a person, and I feel like a lot of times people are like lonely even though they're alone. Like, you can be alone without being lonely. And I feel like I appreciate her taking that time and really being ready.
Agree. That takes a lot of patience and really a lot of selflessness too. You know, but then also, you know, just the fact that Abel just fought for her. Like, he was like, you are my girl, and he was just a man.
Yes.
Like, how many times have we talked to different men, except for my husband? but even like the frogs, right? The frogs, before you meet that guy, they just don't stand up for their woman,
Right.
And they let you go and look silly and let you do all these things, and they don't fight for what they want. So I really admire that he was like, no, this is what it is, you're gonna be mine, and I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to make sure. And she was like, oh, okay.
Girl, me too. I was like, okay, girl.
Abel gave all the book boo vibes.
Yes, yes. He definitely had that energy.
Yeah, he did.
I feel like the whole book in itself was just like cool. Like it's in some type of like romantic-esque R&B, neo soul kind of like vibe. Like I feel like that's the filter throughout the whole book. I love that they went and had like they were getting their wine from the corner store. You know, I really enjoyed going to the record store, and like wouldn't that be nice if we had something like that, something communal like that?
Yeah.
But
like
I
that could have a
agree,
culture.
Actually, it definitely gives like a back east vibe.
Love
That chilling on the stool. Yes.
Yep.
And you know, I don't really read outside of Black romance anymore that often. Especially if I'm reading romance, or I'll like read interracial. But there's just something about reading a book and being able to relate to everything,
Yes.
or to be like, I know someone like that.
Yep.
Like you know which edge control you don't use because it presses up in your hair the next day.
It's happened too many times.
You know when you just got that fresh silk press and you gotta wrap your hair, you're just like, fall please, fall the right
fall
way,
straight.
fall the right way. Like it's such a cultural thing.
Even down to the braids, like being like, I'm so glad I got braids.
And I don't gotta do my hair.
Yeah.
Like everything about, that's the thing about when you're reading like Black romance. It's nice to actually be able to see yourself in the story and to know and relate. Like really being like, how many times we homegirls we know that have been like, girl, and the girl came up into the room and you were like, what? I feel like a lot of people, they can't believe that. They feel like that can't actually happen. In actuality, it happens quite often.
Yeah.
So how did you feel like experiencing the Blackness of the story for the first time?
I thought it was great. Yeah, I mean, this is my first time, so I'm not used to reading books that I can relate to, unless it's like career driven or something like that. But this was like personal Ashley, like not work Ashley, not career Ashley, but everyday Ashley, like how we talked about the hair, just the way they talk to their friends, like all of that was so authentic to me, and I've just never experienced that, and it made me want to keep reading.
Right.
Like I didn't get, even though it was slow, I wasn't bored. Like I still wanted to keep reading because I felt like, oh my gosh, this is me and my friend. Like I'd be talking about when we're dating or talking to different guys, all the struggles that you go through. So yeah, I loved it.
So if you had to rate it a 1 through 5, which we do, it would be a sip. So we do like 5 sips, whatever. How many sips would you give the book?
I would give it a 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah, a 3.5. Or maybe a 4. Yeah, I'd give it a 4.
Okay.
Because it's my first time and I don't have anything else to compare it to.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
But I will say I do hate at the end that Viking held that for so long. Because when they were like, oh, she opened her jacket, I said, no, I just like, I honestly lost some points for her. Like I lost a little bit of respect for her because I'm like, you know, that's just really, and she said she was being selfish.
Yeah.
But that is so selfish of you to like at the end of the day, yes, he made a mistake, but he was fighting for you, and that was just selfish of you to keep his baby from him.
Well, it was interesting because she was like, and I've never been vindictive. He was like, you ain't do nothing vindictive. And then she's like, wow.
Actually.
Because like there are times when I'll go to war with people over like the smallest thing. And even though Serena might not know we're at war, when I'll do a little shady thing that she probably didn't even, like, I'll be like, oh, she thinks I'm packing her lunch, I'll pack it, but she's not getting a snack. I feel vindicated knowing that all she had was that boring lunch and nothing to take the edge off. So I was like, dang, Viking, come on. But I understood.
You're really childish.
I know.
Just so you know, that's childish.
Well, now you know. If you ever don't have a snack, it was intentional. I didn't
happened
forget. It was
often.
for a
You crossed
reason.
me. Happened often.
And you crossed me.
Okay.
And that's what happens. Don't cross people making your lunch.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, oh, Viking, that's so horrible. But I had to laugh because even though he don't know, and he's fighting to get back to her.
She was pregnant the whole time.
But even him being like getting down on one knee, like literally trying.
Already had the ring.
Hey, he was ready to come with it. Like, and you have to respect that. Like, you really do.
And what I loved was, like, we only get that little glimpse into him being like, I had a week long after my parents died. Like, my mom went from cancer, my dad went 3 days later.
Yeah.
I had a weak moment and went with her. Like, that's all you truly get about his parents' passing. So you don't realize how much it affected him. He was like, I had to leave. I couldn't be here anymore. Right. And then I met you. After it was already decided, like how truly one day can completely change your life.
Yeah, that's true. And I love the fact with that, like, or at least I felt like it was relatable when, like, she would go to his job and they'd have coffee and they just chit chat before they got their date started. Like, I just love the fact that they could still have their careers and not be so consumed with one another that they just get discombobulated and their lives start falling apart. Because I think we can all relate to that too. So yeah, I thought it was great. I'm glad that they ended up together. I wish that it would have continued like a little bit with her pregnancy. And like, were they gonna get married? Well, they were gonna get married, but what was the wedding like? Like, how was it gonna be with their friends getting together? Was Day gonna get with the other girl? Like, there were so many questions that could have been answered.
And that's the struggle with the novella.
Oh yeah.
Like, Saria prefers like long, drawn out stories. Yeah. But like with the novella,
I want to know everything.
I want to know. You gotta get straight to the point.
Chicken on their nights off, like, you know, when they have date night, do they always get Italian? Like, are there movies, matching pajamas? I want to know every detail.
But you gotta get straight to the point. They're really fast paced.
Yeah.
Like, cause they meet each other and it's like they're still in love. You know what I mean? Like, those are novellas. They're very fast paced. But to add on to what you were saying, I too loved how they kind of had to work around each other's schedules.
Yes.
And how realistic is that? Like, sometimes the schedule, we're not both off on the weekend. But you make time for what matters.
Yeah.
And like how they sacrifice, like, okay, I'm gonna have 30 minutes between my shift and we can do dinner.
And
like,
to really
little
want
things.
to give someone just 30 minutes, that's your only free time in the day, and you want to give it to someone. Like, how, that's just so loving.
It is, yeah.
Like,
I just love the fact that he was a doctor. Like,
Yes.
and the other guy was a doctor. I was
About
just like, okay, Black educated men. Like, that is
Talk
just
about it.
amazing. And I think that sets such a good example for readers. You know, reading these types of books to show, like, oh my gosh, he was an anesthesiologist, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was the one with the community D.
Right. I mean, he can have it, but he's a doctor.
That's kind of the great thing about like Black romance in particular. Like, you're gonna get characters from every spectrum. You're gonna get that low down dirty dog that got no job, but the D is amazing and this girl is supporting him and you want better for her. And then you're gonna get a doctor, you're gonna get a judge, you're gonna get a lawyer, you're gonna get a school teacher, you're gonna get a principal. Like,
there's so much representation to be seen in a Black romance story.
yes,
Because we come in different shades, we come in different jobs, there's so much about us, right? That there's so many things that are different. And that's what's awesome about reading Black, is because you can see this being a Black person. You can feel comfortable, you can feel proud. Like, how proud did you feel to see a whole unit of just these Black men that are actual doctors? It's just something about it. And then they still had swag. They had a little
They weren't corny.
You know what I'm
or
saying?
stuffy. They were themselves.
because
authentic.
let media tell it, we only have certain roles, especially in the media.
And if
if
they
you
are
do get a doctor,
doctors,
he is the cornball,
he only dates white girls.
kind of guy.
Yeah.
And so with these, we know on our everyday life that Black people are multifaceted.
Yep.
But you don't get that unless you're seeking it out now.
Mm-hmm.
And like in Black romance, you get that. You get to see us in all our glory and our shame, baby.
Yeah.
There's some dirty men out there. There's some horrible women out there.
There are.
But then we're also CEOs.
Yep.
We're also mothers who love taking care of our homes, and there's nothing wrong with that. And like that's what I love to read about. All us in all our glory and all our facets and all our crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's some crazy stuff.
I
there
really
is.
love seeing Black women loved on. I don't care.
That's my favorite thing.
I love to see Black romance. Like I love to see Black love, but I want to see Black women be loved. I don't care if they're loved by a Martian. I don't care.
I'd rather enjoy those.
I want to see them being loved. And even in this story, what I really loved was Viking was a sensitive girl. She was in her soft girl era. Like she wasn't about playing no games with any man. And I love to see that he was willing to fight, to move, to do whatever it is. A lot of times we don't see that they're willing to do whatever for the one that you love. Like if you truly love someone, you're going to take that extra step. You're going to do what needs to be done. And I felt like this story was a perfect representation of that. Like I was like, I want that. Like, you know what I mean? Like it definitely made you feel like, how so? Viking was getting loved on. And I love a Black girl named Viking.
I know it's unique.
I have never heard it.
I've never read that either. I do love to see the way some authors come up with their character names.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know how to say it, but it's spelled pretty.
Which I mean, it's reality, right? In the real world, it's the same way sometimes. Yeah, I thought that it was a great read. I literally read it in 2 days. And the second day I was reading it, I just could not stop reading it. And then next thing you know, it was over. And I was like, what? Where's the rest of it? Like, there's so much more. So yeah, it was great overall.
And your introduction into spice.
Oh my gosh. I literally was just like, again, like how far is this gonna go? Like,
You okay?
it was like the full imagery there.
No. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay.
Just the full imagery and descriptions of Abel and just their encounters. You could just feel the passion that they had between one another.
What she do to you?
And that was like crazy. Crazy.
And I told Sarita, because maybe you were like, oh my gosh, that was my first time reading that. I was like, Sarita. And she was like, I love popping people's shit. And I'm like, oh my goodness, focus. I'm like, that was really tame for stuff that we read.
Really?
Because normally it's a longer story, so there's longer stuff. And there's things that are like, there's erotica. There's so much.
God.
Like, yeah.
I was like, it was really tame. Like, Ashley's getting me blushing at book club.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it can get pretty wild. Like, okay.
That is interesting because that was a lot. In that read.
Yeah.
Oh no, but I did love it. I did. I thought the story was beautiful and how it ended was really good and just so realistic. Definitely relatable for sure.
Did you expect him to be there? Like, because for me, I completely forgot that the real drama happened the last chapter before the epilogue. Normally it's like the middle of the book and then you get the come down all sweet and stuff, and the epilogue just kind of wraps it up. Were you expecting that to happen like the last chapter?
I wasn't. And honestly,
And did you feel betrayed when he was like, it's a Sunday, I'm leaving Thursday?
oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, because I was like, first of all, that's out of line. You've been lying to her this whole time. You knew. And I cannot stand a liar. That is like my pet peeve. I cannot stand somebody that's gonna lie. And it's like the fact that he pulled her in, and you knew this whole time, like, Yeah, that's pretty grimy.
Yeah.
That's definitely grimy for sure. But I mean, when you love somebody, you love somebody. And I can't say that if it were me, that I wouldn't have forgiven him.
Right.
You know, although it took her some time and he had to work for it, she still forgave him because she loved him at the end of the day. And it's funny because I think there was one part where she was like, when he finally came back and she was crying because she was just like, I don't want to love you. I just want you to go away. But her feelings just overtook that, and then it ended up, you know, them being together anyway. So.
But I was like, you were too perfect, Abel. You were just vibing too hard, and that was 2 strikes. But I like the when you really have to outweigh the good versus the bad.
Yes.
Like the bad was he dipped out.
Yeah.
But he came back. Like he immediately figured out a way. He immediately figured out a way to make it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took him so
And I think but she would have known the plans. She was avoiding him. She wouldn't even let him say goodbye.
Yeah.
I can't say I don't agree because I'm real childish when my feelings are hurt. So to your point, Ashley, that was wrong, but that probably would have been me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I probably too would have been like, I wanted to punish you.
No, that wasn't nice for her to do that. I know.
So would you read more books by this author?
Yeah, I would, for sure.
So should we do another Great Huffington book? Or should we try another short read?
Oh, you guys are the experts, so I would definitely read another one of her books.
So she's also an urban writer.
Oh.
So some of the other stuff, you might like it, but it is like a little more hood. It does turn to.
I would be so down for reading that. I mean, it takes me out of my everyday, you know, and it's like a little escape for sure. Yeah.
Okay, I can see another grade.
Okay, so which one you want to do?
So we could either do My Person or Unhand Me. No, they're both really good. But Unhand Me, I have a funny story. They're both urban though. Serena was like sleeping and then having a nap.
Okay.
And she's like you and that like go, go, go A type personality. So if she's having a nap, like she's down, dog tired, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what Ladera was like reaching for or going for, but Sarita woke up out of her sleep. And an old southern white woman said, I'm me. And me and Ladera was like, oh, she said that. There were also curse words that I will not be saying in front of my best friend.
Oh,
but she was
God. No.
I mean, dead sleep. And she didn't just say unhand me. It was unhand me. And I'm like, what are you dreaming about?
Oh my gosh, you was dreaming about one of them books.
I guess. So now every time I hear unhand me, I can't just say unhand me. It has to be unhand me.
You have to add the dramatic.
She's such an idiot.
I have to.
Oh.
That one was good too. But I feel like, come here, Zilpa. You want your juice now? I don't know, unhand me or My Person. Which one has the more mild spice?
Both of them are pretty spicy. But they're a short read.
Anyways, Ashley, we need to share what our first reference is.
Teach me. Ooh, at your house.
Oh my god. Are we gonna read this? We can. I don't know if you want to because it's a little bit longer.
We just first.
That was our first Black romance. And all the booking, like the documents that we just went to, it was based off of this series by this author. And she actually turned us on to so many other Black romance authors because we didn't know it existed. We were only reading white romance. We had no idea.
With the occasional interracial thrown in. So it was like, if we had found some other Black woman, it was like, oh, we ran to it. But Serena stumbled upon that one, and we have not looked back since.
And like to see like a Black woman with like short hair, like her own natural hair, a Black man with actual dreads, like real life Black characters.
Yeah.
Like, and we loved it. And,
Her spice level is not low. It's not 10.
Oh. Well, I can already see these 2 pages.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So do you feel like you want low spice?
Because there is
Medium.
levels to it. Because there is levels to it.
Yeah, I think medium and work my way up.
Okay. So
Yeah,
what
see,
would you
I
call
call
the
hers-
level that you did this for?
Yeah, for whose love stories
Whose love
anyways.
Well, because I don't have anything to compare it to, it would be high. Like
Okay.
that's the first
Okay.
time I've ever, read anything like that.
Okay. So, but if you read a longer novel, obviously there's longer times to get together.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Because with a novella, you're probably going to get 2 to 3. Like, that's on average.
Yeah. Okay.
With a full
I'm
length.
open to reading this one.
It's on audio
It's
streaming.
It's on audio.
Oh gosh.
Girl, and when that man in Jacoby breathing in your ear, oh baby.
People we have talked about like, that nigga can't be in my house.
men
Oh
don't-
my
The
god.
husbands be like, fuck him.
No.
Like,
Yeah, he's a good aunt.
Oh wow.
She's gonna play a little bit.
Okay.
So she can hear Jacoby.
Okay.
It's Mr. D and Mr. Nasty.
Oh, Jacoby is who's reading it, not the
He's
character.
the narrator.
Oh.
No, so the book is actually, and this would be kind of fun for you because it's like a professor. The whole, it's a series actually. That's book 1 in the series. What?
Nothing. I was gonna play Ashley's Minor Keys, but it's more fun to read it.
What are you talking about?
No, play Ashley teach
I'm
me.
going to.
Oh, I thought you were playing your favorite one.
No, I have to get to it.
Because you own every book known to man on audio.
I like to own things. Okay. So this is just a little sample. Okay.
The way your eyes flash when I slide inside. The look you give me when I get nasty and snide. The noises your body makes when we meet. The feel of your hands on my back when
But
your
this isn't
soul I
what-
take. The way you see inside my heart to my mind.
Oh,
That
she's
body of
talking to
yours. So
No.
goddamn fine.
This is you.
The way your shit don't stank. And how you let me spank that remarkable ass of yours. How you use
This
that
is a,
emotional at the same
what is
time
it called?
easing my pain.
spoken
The way you
word.
This is
scream my
spoken
name.
word. This
Yeah,
specific
I was
person.
gonna say,
It's a part of
Mom's
it.
favorite things.
It's how
Just a few, much more from which those came. But that ain't nobody's business, except she who wears my name. After a few seconds of awed silence, deafening applause filled the inside of the car auditorium on the Roman University campus. How the homecoming organizers managed to get the Niles Adams to perform was beyond me. The man was world famous, talented beyond imagination, rich, handsome. Damn, that man is sexy, Brooklyn informed me.
You know how your
This
friends
wife is
yeah.
one lucky ass woman.
So this is
that is funny.
like a story. It's a series of like a university.
Met at college.
So and it's a university, and the thing is, it's a black, it's an HBCU. So all of the things are focused more on black. Everything she writes is black, like very much black.
Yeah, I love that.
So there's different like when we went, you know, they had a drum line. Excuse me. It's all based on like the black experience.
Oh.
So it don't get blacker than this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be down to read this.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
And
it
they have the
then.
audio version.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And then I can order the hard copy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool beans.
I would give you that one, but it's actually signed to Nikki. It ain't mine.
It's actually signed to Sit and Read because when we went to our first book event, Sarita looked me dead in my eyes and said, Nikki, get your book signed to Sit and Read. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. We get home, we're going through the books. She's trying to cover me up now. We're going through the books. And I'm like, Sarita, you didn't tell them decided to Sit and Read. Yours is Sarita. Like, it's not a Sit and Read unit. She goes, oh, you did that? You're like, yeah, I did. I stopped doing it after the second time, the second book event, when I realized she wasn't serious about Sit and Read.
I cannot.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So that's a series. So this is book 1 of the series. It is a lot longer than the other one, of course.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you might, I don't know if you're gonna want to continue with all of them or not. But they can be, you don't have to read the other ones, but you're gonna want to know what's going on with the other
What are the next titles?
It's
So
Teach Me, Touch Me, Temper Me.
Oh Lord.
Mhm.
And it's all with the same characters.
No. You meet the characters in this story, but then the next one is the next group, the next two, and then the next two.
And they're not connected any kind of way.
They're
Well,
connected because they know
friends.
each other.
Oh.
So
But
you
you
don't
don't
have
have
to get
to.
in order just because these two get together in this book. So in the next book, you're meeting the new couple, like the new couple is getting together,
Yeah.
but they're already established.
And you already know about them and stuff.
I think she needs to rise up her
Oh my gosh. Not us getting to read this with Ashley. Ashley, I can't wait to know, like, this is what started it all for us. So I would love to know if you read it and think like, oh my gosh, I see why you guys fell in love. Like, I'm so curious.
Yeah.
Because everyone, other people had already knew of this author when we came into the romantic scene, if you will. So like, you'll be the first person that we're like putting on that doesn't like read it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just the book that we just read definitely broadened my horizons like already. So.
And this one's gonna be a lot of fun. You can borrow that one. You don't have to. It ain't not good. That's hers.
She's like, I know where you live, so yeah, because like I like to have the hard copy and then listen and like follow along. So
I'll send you the link so that
Okay.
you can have it.
Oh, and Rami University is where they're at.
Romy.
Or Romy. Okay.
That's the university. Like, so she's created her
Fix her
own
bottle,
world.
please. Yeah. So what's cool about Miss House is her characters. What's cool is her characters. She's like created her own world. So
Oh, excuse you. Okay.
people in other books will talk about going to Romy U. And like Niles Adams has his own book, like, so that's why we know him as a poet. In his book, that's what his story is being put on. So it's really cool. Some of the characters that are mentioned have books of their own,
Yeah.
not even a part of this series.
I love it. It's like we can get the culture that we don't have out here.
Yes.
We do not have any culture out here at all. No, I love this, and so now I can start reading this, and then we do another one.
So that'll be April's book of the month.
Oh, April's month. Okay, cool.
So it's kind of up to you. If you want to do it Zoom, or if you want to do it in person, it's up to you. We can do it however.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna want to put that down. Like, I can't wait to find out if you were able to just stop reading it or like, oh my god.
Work is probably going to be the only reason you stop. Like, blew through that book in a day and a half.
What?
Yes.
Especially with the narrators.
It would have been
they're
faster,
really good
but my
narrators
stupid
together.
family wouldn't let me live. Every time I'm like, I'm trying to get my education. This book. Yeah, I love that book. I'm so excited for you to read it.
Thank you. I'm excited too. If Glenn sees this cover, he's gonna be like, "What you read?"
Girl, I Actually,
Why
don't
is there a
read
man
it.
with dreads on the cover? Let's start there.
I'm not even gonna go there on what Glenn's gonna be.
So we're just gonna leave it like this. We're just gonna leave it like that.
Teach me sounds educational.
We can all learn a few things.
This is true. Because teach me they did, darling.
Oh Lord. Oh my gosh.
Feel free to call or text with updates.
Throughout the process, babe. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait. But let us know. We can do a Zoom if you want, or we can be in person again. It's just kind of up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's just a book club of 3 right now. So
And this would be in May.
we could talk about it, yeah.
Okay.
Since we're
Because we're in too late.
Yeah.
But the goal is to get it so where like the next month's book is picked before the next month.
Oh.
So that you have like the whole month to get through whatever book it is.
Oh, so this would have been April.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
book club got pushed back and got pushed back.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
Especially when we do open it up more and people get a vote.
Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna turn into Oprah's book club.
Yo, we're out to God's heels.
Yeah.
Let's all touch and agree. Okay.
Okay, for real.
Let's all touch and
You guys
agree.
have such a catchy like theme with what you do. It's so different, and you guys feed off of each other. Like you make it fun. And reading books sometimes is not fun.
Oh, baby, you're about to learn.
You're reading
books
off
is real
books,
fun.
baby.
That's a lot of books,
Okay. Way more fun than you think.
Oh my gosh.
There's a reason that. What does that say, Nikki?
Book Boyfriends, God's apology for men in real life.
Okay.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Good for you,
girl.
Wow, you needed that. Yeah. Ashley jumped right into a big girl book.
Don't build up to it.
The point was just to show you what our first was.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. It's going down now.
What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Hi. I missed you too. What you doing?
Still a sleepy girl.
So successful book club meeting?
It was a lot of fun. I loved the drinks.
I'm so glad you like drinks.
That was fun.
And later tonight or tomorrow, I will post I have the recipe to send to you through text message, but I'll
Okay.
post that and the link to the playlist
Okay, awesome.
and figure out how to post those onto.
That is so creative, the playlist.
It's just kind of like the vibe that you get when you're like reading the story or
I love that. Oh, I love that.
so it's kind of fun. And especially like you might be like, I did not get that at all. So I can't wait to see how you felt about what we thought
Yeah,
fit the vibe.
yeah. How long is the playlist?
It's always about 10-ish songs. Just kind of depends, like on the length of the book.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that many on this one.
No, I think there's like 6. So
Yeah.
That's so creative.
So, did you enjoy book club? Did you enjoy book club? Yes.
Yes.
Some girl time, huh? Well, I mean, I think that's
our first book club.
First book club.
Thank you for letting me do
did.
it.
That was
Okay. And thank you guys for joining us. I don't even know that we were recording. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, ring a ding ding. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
You gonna say bye, Zoe? Say bye, Zoe. Say bye. Bye. Bye.
That is too funny.